Yeah, we always said that the last day, that obviously the medley relay, to win that would be the nice way to end the meet. And obviously Australia, they're a home nation sport. The swimming is one of their main sports in the country, and to beat them at our home games and with our home crowd, obviously would be fantastic. We knew it would be quite a tight race. We beat them at the World Championships about a month and a half ago, but to do it again is always a tough ask. And obviously to do that, and we did it, and we knew it would be quite a tight race. But the whole plan was to be the best athlete you can be in the last quarter of the race. So the real kind of coming in when you come into the wall is make sure you beat the guy next to you, and I think every one of us did that, and that's why I think we kind of had the title at the end of the race. And I was just wanting the gold. Obviously you always want to have the gold. That's the one you want to get. But I've had a really, really good week. Medalled individually, 4 I think team events as well. So 6 medals overall. I didn't even know how many I'd won until I finished racing, which was something I never thought I'd do. I think it was one more than Gold Coast 4 years ago. But yeah, I've had a fantastic week, and to beat the Australians on the last day. And Kyle Chalmers, who was the freestyle leg for the Australians, he's one of my best friends, and I give him a hug before the race, said, "Love you, mate," and we always do it together. And yeah, it's always fun and always friendly. I knew that if I got my things right, I could medal in my events. I knew I could do that. But one thing is on my mind: we had the World Championships 4 weeks before, and a lot of the guys who did come in to this meet weren't there. So to do 2 is quite a tough ask. And I was a bit worried about how I would feel if I'd lost a bit of fitness. And on the first day, the 100 freestyle really wasn't my greatest split. I've been faster than that, so that kind of annoyed me a little bit. So I had a few doubts there. But I knew that the meet wasn't going to be a fast competition. The boys' times weren't that fast to win, apart from the 100 freestyle, which was Kyle. But across the board, I knew that if I got my tactics right, I could medal on the podium. And it was just kind of being smart about it and being, how do I get my hand on the wall to get myself on the podium? And that's the way I looked at it. And everything I did, because I trusted myself, believed in my race plan, and it worked really well. Yeah, I have. That's one thing I've always been good at, is being under pressure with everyone backing me and needing me to be Mr. Reliable. And I've always done that. I've never bottled a race before, I've never let the team down. I'll always give them 110%, and for me I like that added pressure of being, we need you to swim well here, this is for us, otherwise we're not going to do anything. I've anchored teams before, being the last person in the relay to win World Championship titles, European gold medals. I love it, I love that added pressure, and I think that's one thing that kind of defines me, is that in that team environment, Mr. Reliable that's me. Yeah, I've never heard anything like it. Samwell last night, when we won that medley relay, I'd never heard anything like it. It was phenomenal. I can't imagine what London would have been like all them years ago, but even when I got on the podium, when I got my silver medal in the 100 and bronze in the 200, they just went ballistic, and they're cheering for you. That home crowd was for us. They want us to do well. And one thing I learned is that when you walk out and you walk in towards your lane, people are looking and wanting you to do well, and you can take on that kind of, you can go with the crowd with the first 50, you can take on it and get on that wave of excitement, and it can take you and do some nice, to some nice places. And that's one thing you do, is use your crowd to the advantage, use it as motivation, use it as to fire you up, and if it doesn't, then something's not quite right. So, but yeah, I couldn't ask for a better crowd. They were all fantastic when they were there. I've actually withdrawn from the Europeans. No, it's all right, no, it literally happened yesterday. So Europeans for me, I think, is off the cards now. I just think I'm ready for a break. For me, I'm almost 27 now, and I think protecting and get everything right the next 2 years is really, really important. I don't have anything to prove at the European Championships. I've had a really good Worlds, Commonwealth Games, and I feel like I'm ready for a break now. I'm getting older. I'm almost 27 this year. So I think having a nice break and then having a really good 2 clean years to Paris would be really, really good for me. I've done the Europeans, I've won it all before, and I'm ready for a break now. But yeah, Paris is going to be exciting. But this year's been a really weird year. This year you kind of get what you get. Everyone's had the big breaks after the Olympics and having a reset, and to come here and get this is fantastic.